A cancer diagnosis brings about profound changes and challenges that impact not just the patient, but their loved ones as well. For children, this struggle is one that no child should have to endure. Thankfully, there are organizations dedicated to ensuring that these young ones don't have to face this battle alone. Let's welcome Anna Lonon, founder of the Lonon Foundation. Anna, so great to have you here with us today.
Thank you.
And can you talk about the Lonon Foundation and share your story on why you wanted to start this?
Sure. So the Lonon Foundation, like you said, provides resources to children who have been impacted by a parent or caregiver's cancer diagnosis. I started this after I personally had an experience. My husband was diagnosed with cancer when he was 29, and he eventually passed 3 years later. And we had a 4-year-old son at his passing and a 3-month-old daughter. And so going through that, I realized how isolating and scary it was. I obviously knew there were other people that were going through that, but I certainly didn't know how to meet them or get in touch with them, and there were no local resources. So we created a local resource.
And Anna, can you speak to some of the unique challenges that children face when they're losing a parent or a caregiver to cancer?
Yeah, so many of us have been affected by cancer in one way or the other, whether it's, a friend, a family member, but we all know that a cancer diagnosis is usually a prolonged issue. Even if a person survives cancer, there's ongoing appointments, often there are treatments that cause changes like loss of hair, fatigue. And so for children experiencing a parent with cancer or a caregiver with cancer, it is extremely scary. Their parent and their caregiver is who is taking care of them, and if they are sick or if they are worried about their own health or their own mortality, that causes a lot of added stress, anxiety, isolation on children, and it can affect them emotionally and physically.
Mm-hmm. What services do the Lonon Foundation provide for these children?
Yeah, so we have several things we do right now. First and foremost, we have a child life specialist, and I'm really proud of this service because we are the only local and regional organization that provides this. So the child life specialist works with the families to provide an individualized plan. If a family, often young families have children that span several different ages. So you might have a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 12-year-old. Each one of these ages is different, and they respond differently to stress. So the child life specialist works with the families to help create plans and help facilitate communication for each of those children and their ages. We also have in-person family events, so we'll do things like take them boating at Kiowa, or in December we're going to have an all-day family retreat where we teach mindfulness and coping, and then we're going to have a lot of fun stuff too. Then we have virtual events. So that's for peer-to-peer support. We send virtual boxes to children's homes, and they learn how to do mindfulness and coping activities that will support them through this time. And then finally, we have many grants to support the financial needs of these families.
Wow, Anna, what incredible work you do. And I can't help but think that this is shocking to me that there aren't more organizations like this out there. Are you seeing this more commonly, or are you really one of the one and only in South Carolina?
No, there are national nonprofits for this. Unfortunately, over the past 10 to 15 years, they call them early onset. So those are cancers under 40. So they continue to increase even though older cancers are kind of staying the same or declining. So with those earlier onset cancers, those folks are more likely to have children. So there are more nonprofits that are coming, organizations that are starting to help fill this need. In South Carolina, however, we are the only local in the low country nonprofit to fill this gap.
And as a nonprofit, I know that you need support from your community, and you have an event coming up, Shuck Fest, on November 3rd. Can you tell us a little about this?
Yes, so this is our yearly fundraiser. This is our second annual Shuck Fest. We've got local oysters, we've got barbecue from Swig and Swine, we're going to have beer from Frothy Beard, we'll also have wine for purchase. It's going to be at the Isle of Palm Exchange Club, which is a lovely location, Sunday, November 3rd from 1 to 4. Tickets are $50 in advance, $60 at the door, and it's going to be a great time, and we hope to have a lot of people come out.
Absolutely. Well, for more information on the event and also the wonderful work that you do, the LononFoundation.org is where you can go. Anna, thank you so much again, and thank you for the wonderful work you're doing here in the Low Country.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're back after this.